Hi and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing an overview on the new Matek F4 flight controller. So this is the Matek F405-OSD flight controller. So you can see here you've got your F4 chip, and it's also got the 32K gyro, which is really cool. On this rail here you've got your OSD connections, so you've got your camera, 5V and ground, and then your VTX connects here. I've got this connected to a Unify Pro, which is connected to a UART, so I'm using smart audio to control my transmitter. You've also got a load more UARTs here and your receiver connection. I'm using a FreeSky XM Plus because they're tiny and they're really cool. Down here you've got another UART and a few other connections. If you can see here, this is another really cool feature I found. The boot button for the flight controller is on the side of the board, which makes it really easy to do firmware flashing and that sort of thing. And this is your USB port. So on the bottom of the flight controller you've got your SD card slot for black box login and some regulators. This is the best feature about this, I find. This ribbon cable connects everything from your PDB to your flight controller. So you solder everything for this onto the PDB, which is your motor connections and your ESCs. Also, it's got the current monitoring in it. So this is a shunt resistor, which does all your current monitoring, and then it's got voltage monitoring on it as well. It feeds all that up through this ribbon cable to your flight controller. So you've got all your motor inputs, your current monitoring, and it supplies the 5 volts for your flight controller. So it makes it really easy to wire, no fiddly wires, and it's really cool. If you want to wire this separately to the PDB, from the PDB to the flight controller, these are all your motor connections. You solder wires to them, and you solder them to these pads here on the bottom of the flight controller. So on here you've got 2 voltage regulators, one's a 5 volt, one's a 10 volt, and these are all broken out on the sides. A couple of tips for this. So when I first got it, I wired this up wrong. So the ribbon cable has a shiny side and a blue side. The shiny side needs to be up and the blue side needs to be at the bottom, and same with the top, and then it should work fine. Also on the OSD, what you have to do is you have to load the font that you want onto it, because when I booted it up for the first time, all I had on my camera was loads of V's. So I had to load a font into it. I loaded the Betaflight font into it and it worked fine. And the Betaflight OSD is really good. I found it really easy to use, and the information's really good on it. So overall, this is a really good flight controller, packed full of features such as an F4 chip, a 32K gyro, OSD and current monitoring. These features are really useful for when you're flying, and you can monitor all your voltages and your current you've used. Also on the Matek website they've got a lot of setup information, which is really useful. These are now available at thedrainworks.co.uk. These are retailing for around £25 at the minute, and the PDB is around £6. So it's a really cheap alternative to some of the higher end flight controllers on the market. Also against some of the all-in-one flight controllers on the market, if you want a separate PDB and flight controller. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and please like, subscribe, and I'll see you again in the next video.